Yo, 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 yo. Travis here. It is time. It is that time of the year. It is very hard to believe, but we are past. It is time for the halfway point to talk about my favorite projects that have dropped so far in 2026. And I'm kind of late, just a tad. We're kind of past the halfway point now, 2020, 2026. But um, here I am to talk about my favorite projects that have dropped so far in 2026. There have been some good projects, some projects I haven't cared for. There hasn't really been a big project that's really jumped out at me or anything that's been like, this is incredible. But I will say there have been some very good projects to drop this year. And do not worry, that project from the future will be talked about soon. I heard it. Do not worry, that is coming. But anyways, here we are. Y'all comment y'all's favorite projects to drop so far in the year. Y'all comment y'all's. Y'all can tell me I'm wrong and say this and that. That's fine. Go ahead down below. But subscribe first, and then share and all of that. So it'll hype the video. So thank you guys. Here we go. First project that came out this year that I really enjoyed. J. Cole, the Fall Off. Supposedly the final project for his career. This was a great project. My favorite J. Cole project. Easily my favorite J. Cole project he has dropped. And I know there's going to be some people that will say I'm crazy for thinking that and all of that. But this is coming from someone who has not been a giant fan of J. Cole. This is easily my favorite J. Cole project to drop right now. And if it truly is the final project of J. Cole's career, then a great send-off. I think it really was. I think this is exactly what I think J. Cole should have been doing the entire time. What I think he should have been doing, and I enjoyed the contrast between the first part of the album to the second, where the first part really did sound like J. Cole from a long time ago, kind of that nostalgic feeling. And the second half is a lot more of a mature J. Cole. So I enjoyed that contrast a whole lot, and I thought it was a great project. The next project I do want to talk about that I enjoyed that came out this year was from James Blake, Trying Times. James Blake just has a great voice, man. He really does. James Blake is truly just a great vocalist, a great producer, just an overall great artist. And every time he drops a project is great. This project felt like what I think he was trying to achieve on Assume Form. But I think he really capitalized on what he was trying to do on Assume Form and really brought it to this project and really brought it to what I think James has always been trying to do his entire career. And I think this was the project to show that. This was a great project. It is easily one of my favorites of 2026 so far, and I really enjoyed it. The next project I would like to discuss and talk about, one of my favorites to come out this year, is from Thundercat, Distracted. This was Thundercat's just showcase of exactly why he's so talented. This was a great project. I really enjoyed it. It was a combination of just psychedelic rock and funk rock and combined jazz in there. It was a mixture of everything. And what makes Thundercat so great. Thundercat is a great artist, and it just shows that on this project when he did the psychedelic combination with funk rock. And I always think that combination sounds great. And it's why I enjoy Red Hot Chili Peppers so much. That's why I enjoyed it so much, is because of that psychedelic. And I'm not comparing Thundercat's project here to the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but I'm saying that psychedelic rock combined with like funk rock is exactly what I really enjoy, and that is what Thundercat brought here. So, and I really enjoyed it. So the next project I want to talk about that came out this year Casey Musgraves, Middle of Nowhere. This was, um, I think, Casey Musgraves just really being the artist she always has been. I think this was Casey Musgraves' basically project where she's just talking about everything she's going through, everything she's been seeing growing up in Texas, and I think this is what makes her a great artist right here, and why I think she stands out so great as a country slash folk artist. And I just think that she always has been able to kind of combine that folk and Hindi with country, some with country, and I think Casey Musgraves, this project is exactly what I enjoy from her. There were a lot of people that really didn't enjoy this project. I'm like, yo, this is what I think Casey Musgraves should have been, what I think Deeper Well should have been. But I think Deeper Well was just so underwhelming. I really did not know what to expect. But when she dropped this project, I enjoyed it a lot. So, yeah, I enjoyed this project from her a lot. The next project I want to talk about that I really enjoyed, and it's not a popular project, a lot of people probably know, but it's kind of a personal one for myself. Joyce Manor. I used to go to this bar. This is just a really good pop punk project. It really is. I enjoyed it a lot. It's not necessarily a project that's probably on everyone's like, oh my god, I have to go listen to it. But this is just a personal one for me because I was a big Joyce Manor fan in high school. So hearing them still have it is really good, and I actually think it's one of their best albums. So yeah, good project from Joyce Manor. Great pop punk project. It was actually very nostalgic somewhat. So I really did enjoy. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, the next project I want to talk about, the Lemon Twigs. Look into my mind. This was just a really good project. They are so consistent. The Lemon Twigs are just so consistent. They really are. I mean, they are just always coming out with something great. I don't think they have a bad project. This was just a 60s power pop album and they've always had this sound, but I think they really sounded great on here, and it was just a great listen throughout, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So this was just a great album from the Twigs. So yeah, great project from them for sure. The next one, Black Love is the New Gangsta. Black, I think, did on here what I think he was trying to do on his previous album, where he was talking about love and falling in love, and not just the positive side of falling in love, but on this project, he really talked about not just the positives, but also the hardship that comes with being in a relationship while still dealing with your personal trauma and your personal just shit that you have going on, and having your partner having to like battle it out with you and all this stuff. It's a very good project from Black. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. It's one of my favorites from Black in a long time. So, great project from Black here. Just a really good project. So, yeah, really good. The next project, easily a good one. Kenny Mason with Bulldogs. This was just a great conceptual project about coming out of the struggle and still having to fight things off in the industry and people doubting you. And he carved out a sound for himself that really works. That kind of pop punk uh, indie sound combined with like trap that I think works really, really well for him. And I think it worked out really good. I really enjoyed the project. I thought that this was a great project. This dropped the same time Drake dropped, so it kind of got outshined some by Drake. But it truly is a great project, and I think y'all should go check it out. The concept and everything here is great. Um, yeah, I really enjoyed it a whole lot. So, yeah, great project from Henny on here. Next one that just recently came out not too long ago. Tierra Wax Museum. Tierra Whack is just great. She's a great rapper, just a great rapper. She has a great flow, great voice, a great cadence, and she really just knows how to rap. She is just a great rapper. That's what I can say about Tierra Whack. The only thing I just wish her songs were a lot like. I just wish she like was a little more cohesive on projects, but she really is just great. She really is, and I enjoyed this project a whole lot. So it's for sure one of my favorites. It's here. Just so many great songs on there. Next one, Planet Frog by Action Bronson. This is my favorite Action Bronson project to come out in a long time. Action Bronson really sounded great on here. I thought it was a really great sounding project. I thought it was really good. Just a great sounding album from Bronson. I thought it was a solid one. Action Bronson on here sounded hungry. He sounded great. He is a chef. I'm sorry, I was dumb, but he sounded great on here. And I really enjoyed just what he brought. I enjoyed him flowing on the production. Not much changed in sound, but he just sounded hungry on here. Like he really did. I think it was just what Bronson brought to the production. What Bronson brought. Wow, that was a good combination of words there. But no, but great project, great project. The next one is Isaiah Rashad. It's been awful. This was a really good project. I really enjoyed the personal vulnerability from Isaiah on here. I really did. I thought it was really good. I think Isaiah Rashad really just brought everything out on here. He talked about his sexuality and having to battle things in the industry with, the controversy that happened with him, and just him battling that with his sexuality and having to and I think he really talked about that heavy on here. He sounded great on here. Just a great project from Isaiah Rashad, and I really enjoyed it a lot. I think he really sounded great on here. So, great project from Isaiah Rashad. And the last project that I really enjoyed was from Death Cab for Cutie, I Built You a Tower. This project was so good. It was so good. Talking about grief and not feeling like you're just worthy. This, after trying so hard, this was easily just a great project, and it's sad. It is sad, but it sounds so happy at the same time. But it is very sad. Just a great talking about grief, and not necessarily grief, but going through just kind of not having that person anymore and feeling like you're not worthy enough because you're constantly going through that. And it's just a good conceptual project that talks about that concept a whole lot, and it just sounds really good too. So just an overall great project from them. It's actually one of my favorites from them. So yeah, but that's it. That's my favorite projects to drop so far in 2026. Y'all can go ahead in the comments and flood down below and talk about the projects I should have talked about. But this was my favorites of the year so far. So Y'all comment your thoughts. Thank you guys for watching. Come subscribe to my channel. A lot more to come. Subscribe, my social medias, all that down below. Y'all know what to do. So go check it all out. Thank you guys. See you guys. Have a great weekend, great night. Stay happy, stay safe, and stay hydrated. It is very hot. So go check it out. Thank you guys, and goodbye.